Chair of the Budget Justice Coalition, which is a collaboration of more than 40 labor and community organizations advocating for a budget that prioritizes poor and working class communities. We are working with other coalitions and the People's Budget Coalition. The People's Budget Coalition represents over 100 San Francisco organizations and unions that are on the front lines of addressing the city's housing, public safety, and economic development goals. Homeless Emergency Service Providers Association, Latino Parity and Equity Coalition, San Francisco Living Wage Coalition, Jobs with Justice San Francisco, Alliance for Social and Economic Justice, Day Labor Program, La Colectiva de Mujeres, SF Rising, OPIU Local 29, SEIU Local 1021, IFPTE Local 21, Parent Voices, Live Church, Children's Council, Trabajadoras Unidas, Workers United, Family Resource Center Alliance, Chinese Progressive Association, Young Early Childhood Education San Francisco, Human Services Network, Compass, Chinatown Community Development Cooperative, Market Street, Dolores Street Community Services, San Francisco Immigrant Legal Education Network, Latino Task Force, Hospitality House. We are demanding that the mayor stop cutting funds to organizations that serve communities and call for the people of San Francisco to reclaim San Francisco's budget. When rents are soaring, wages are falling behind inflation, and the city is increasingly unaffordable. The mayor has allowed police time to soar, has increased spending on jails, and is reducing dedicated revenue for child care by cutting taxes for downtown corporations. In the view of the People's Budget Coalition, the best approach to address crime, homelessness, and poverty is with mental health services, drug use treatment, and youth employment programs. The People's Budget highlights proactive investments that will improve public safety by addressing the root causes of social problems instead of waging war on the poor. I want to now introduce Nairi Monroe of Hunters Point Family.
When I say that we will not be defeated. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Can everybody chant with me? The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Thank you so very much. I now have the pleasure of introducing April Leon from Parent Voices.
Been out early in the morning. My name is April Leon. I'm a proud mother of 3, and I'm a parent leader of Parent Voices San Francisco. I want to highlight an issue that plays a crucial role in shaping the future of our children and strengthening our economy. The importance of accessible, affordable, high-quality childcare. Childcare is more than just a safe place for children while their parents are at work or pursuing higher education. It is an environment where children embark on a journey of discovery and learning. As a parent and a student, I had the privilege of witnessing firsthand the incredible impact that a nurturing childcare environment can have on children and their families. While I was attending classes at City College, my children were fortunate to experience affordable, high-quality childcare. Free City College set the foundation for me as a student. It was here that I found a supportive community, dedicated instructors, and an environment that encouraged me to pursue my dreams and unlock my potential. Access to Free City College opens up a world of possibilities. It provides individuals from all walks of life the chance to pursue their passions and discover their true potential. It was my stepping stone to higher education, setting the foundation to enter university with confidence and competence, and ultimately helped me to obtain my degree in nutrition and dietetics. People are not defined solely by their roles as doctors, nurses, or nutritionists. They are shaped by their experiences and their interactions. They are individuals behind those titles, and the diversity of courses at City College helped shape me into the unique person that I am today. From them, don't cut this funding and limit access for others. Ordinance approved by the Budget Committee this past June 20th, Thursday. Everybody was here standing in line, waiting for hours and hours just for our 1 minute to be heard. Childcare keeps California working. Thank you.
California working. Childcare keeps California working. Childcare keeps Orale, and there's been also 15% cut to emergency rental assistance program, 60% reduction in the SF Homeless Outreach Team. Can you imagine that? I can tell you about Jose Ramos, Rebecca Gonzalez, I can tell you about Juan Zaragoza, people who we were on the street with and are now safely housed because of Homeless Outreach Team, directly because of Homeless Outreach Team. So these are human beings we're talking about. And to tell us more about this issue is Ms. Leontine Tina Collins from the Coalition on Homelessness. Let's hear it for Tina.
I know a few things about homelessness. I have experienced homelessness for over the last 7 or 8 years in supportive housing. I was the first family ever to have supportive housing. The first supportive housing they ever had in San Francisco. Before it was an HSS building. It was under the CPS office over there on Older Street. So what I'm here to talk about is subsidies. So a lot of people that have faced homelessness is always giving us a subsidy certificate, which only lasts for a year or two. So we know how much rent costs here in San Francisco. So it's like maybe for a 1-bedroom, $4,500. For a 2-bedroom, you may be looking at $200. They subsidize and pay for your rent over your income, and they pay that for 2 years. And then after the 2 years, they don't pay it no more. So what we want the mayor to do is to give more subsidies for families. Because when you have families, and I work for an organization, we have night navigators. We go out every night. We find families in tents and things, and you cannot place them in shelters. So what we are asking for is more subsidies for families to be able to be housed at that time. And so we want to have that for those families to be able for five years. So we know that anybody who's experienced homelessness are people that are low-income people, right? So in a year or 2 years, how do you expect to make so much money that you can afford $5,200? So we want permanent subsidies. We want more subsidies. She has given us some subsidies, but we want more subsidies. So we can be able to place families when we catch them on the street, we can have that pathway to get them into housing. So it's not just like we're talking about this, but then we also have to realize the people that are in charge of doing this job for housing. So the money is being put there, but you have to make sure that it is taken care of when you go to these organizations that are doing our coordinary entry. And I'm telling you, I think this is good for you. You have to be able to make that decision for yourself. So what I'm asking is for more subsidies for people can be able to stay in the city and county of San Francisco.
El pueblo está en las calles exigiendo dignidad. Las calles son del pueblo. El pueblo, ¿dónde está? That's how we go. I said the people on the streets belong to the people. Where are the people at? The people at the streets demanding dignity. ¿Se puede? Can you say? El pueblo, ¿dónde está? Eso. I'll say, las calles son del pueblo. El pueblo. El pueblo está en las calles, you say, exigiendo dignidad. Exigiendo dignidad. One more time. Las calles son del pueblo. El pueblo está en las calles, exigiendo dignidad. All right, now.
Nearly 50% of the cuts to the work.
This year's proposed budget from the Department of Children, Youth, and Families represents a 27% cut. That 27% is significant to our children and our families because it means the elimination of 10,000 slots for children to receive essential academic, after-school, housing, and mental health services.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vanessa Bailey, and I stand before you as a mother and resident of District 10. I'm here to address the matter of utmost importance.
Hunters Point family currently employs 80 youth and young adults for the summer. If the city's 100% cut to workforce development and education program for immigrants, high school age and transitional age youth actually goes into effect, those youth will not be working this summer. It is the elimination of critical programs that are critical to the economic development and stability of our residents and our community. Right now I have the pleasure of introducing Ms. Gwendolyn Brown, the co-executive director of SF Black Wall Street and the owner of Inner City Youth.
This is unacceptable, and I'm asking everybody here, whatever neighborhood you live in, our board of supervisors have to
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Justice. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want.
Hello, everybody. Employees who are working under, the minimum wage, those are the ones who will be struggling every day, check by check every day. We will hear this constantly. We are really, really, really struggle every single day to feed our families. So once again, can we give a big boo to the budget and also to this mayor? We have to remember, one of the colleagues came over here and said, our supervisor will pay the price if we don't stand, against this budget. November election is coming and this mayor must go. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.
Cuts to proactive and culturally competent building code enforcement education, folks. Residents will struggle to identify and address unlawful neglect within their homes due to reduced educational resources. Nos quieren cortar los recursos para educar a nuestra comunidad de qué derechos tenemos, para hablarnos de esta situación de housing rights.
Hola. Can we do some chants with y'all? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to say, no cuts, no way. And I want you all to say our programs are here to stay. Okay. No cuts, no way. All right. Thanks, everybody.
I'd like now to introduce Kim Tobacco. We're asking everybody to start moving up towards the door to get in line to go through to the entrance here, to go up to the second floor, and to come up to the front here for a photo. Come up to the steps for a photo as Francisco Herrera is going to close us off with a song.
in the spirit.
Can you take this back also?
Okay.
Are you going inside?
I'll go by the office and.
Yes, because we can't take that inside.
No, I'll take this back to the office, drop it off.
You want to get the
I'll take this in the back. I carry enough footage, 30 half hour. I think I have 30 minutes of footage already.
Great.
Are you going to go in for the hearing?
Not today.
Yeah.
We'll check in on it later. We got an appointment. We're headed over there now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to take this back to the office and.
The handoff of the banner, yeah.
Yes.
We've done that a few times, except I take it home and then bring it back.
Yeah.
All right. We'll catch up with
See you later, Julie. Bye. Later. Bye.
bảy sát chỗ cô quảng cáo lắm quảng cáo đấy là đầu quầy liên không là nó cái gì đó
Can you tell us about yourself and the work that you do?
Well, most of all, right now I'm Martin Jones, Dr. Jones, and I have done and been involved in a number of things, from demonstrations with reference to jobs for individuals, and then also to helping individuals with resumes, helping individuals with many of the things going to hearings and all of that in their behalf. You didn't say,
When did you first meet David Williams?
I can't come up with the date and time, but it's a long time. And I've been walking with him, and I've been talking with him all of those times. David has a lot of energy. Every time you look around, David is going to this meeting, going to that meeting. We got to go to, Doc, we got to do this, we got to do that. And I said, David, slow down a little bit, man. David is an action person. Action, 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 David. We need individuals like that in our community. We need individuals like that who want to keep their feet on the ground and not in the air. And if you're looking for a person that is going to keep motivated and that's going to continue to want to help the individuals who just, they don't think that they're going to have a break, they don't think that they're going to be able to make it, then you need a David. You need a David. I know that because I walk side by side with him.
Is there anything you would like to say to David for getting recognized by the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition as Labor Man of the Year?
David is the #1 person. David is a person that has convictions with reference to, let's solve the issue. What are we going to do about this? How are we going to focus on this? So what I'm saying to you that there's no better selection than David. There needs to be a situation they are taking people and sort of doing like bubblegum, making another David like that. Making another David. He's a great fellow, and that's one of the best selections that have been made. If there's a meeting going on that people are willing to be active and people are willing to be Action Jackson, David is there. And I'd say this too, is that if you have any situation that needs resolution, you have any situation that needs help, well, don't hesitate to call David.
So Ed, can you tell us about yourself and the work that you do?
So I'm retired now, but for 30 years, I worked for the Department of Public Health. Most of those years at the hospital down the street from where I live. The last 18 years, I worked as a social worker in the emergency room at General Hospital. And for pretty much the whole 30 years that I worked for the Department of Public Health, I was also a union shop steward and a member of our contract bargaining team.
Can you briefly explain an event or an experience that led you to become an activist, for the working people?
I think what started me off as an activist, I grew up, I was in college during the time of the Vietnam War, and many things were happening that led us to look at that war and say, this is not a war that we should be in. And so my first activism was as a peace activist, sort of growing out of that. I later spent 3 or 4 years, we worked together with the anti-war GIs. I think that's what got me started.
So how did you first meet David Williams?
I think David and I first met, I'm going to guess it was about 87, 88. We were both on the SEIU bargaining team to bargain a contract with the city. David was representing mostly social workers from 535 and eligibility workers who worked at the hospital. We both were very active on the bargaining team and pushing for improvements in our contract. David had been doing it before I started. And he was definitely one of the people on the bargaining team that I could learn from about the process, and also about what kind of things you should try to change in the contract, what kind of things maybe it makes more sense to just take to the streets and get that way.
And what would you say is David's greatest asset as a union leader?
His determination for good old-fashioned union values and principles, his determination to do a good job representing the members he represented, his determination to the rights of people with disabilities that David has worked so hard on. Yeah, I think that's the main thing, is determination and perseverance.
And last question, is there anything you would like to say to David Williams as the San Francisco Living Wage Coalition's Labor Man of the Year for 2024?
Mostly, I want to say congratulations, David. You really earned it. I am honored to be a union brother and community brother. It's an honor to us all to be working together with you.